and we are live at the Doha Golf Club. It's a nice spot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been always a nice one on my list to come up to every now and then when I don't play much golf, but I used to when we first came here. Had a couple memberships. Always been a hacker, but the Doha Golf Club is a nice place to come just for a beer, a dinner, or whatever. You don't have to be involved with golf. Just come up and relax and have a beer.
It is a good time.
Bite to eat. Their fish and chips has always been good. So, yeah, we're here at the
Golf Club. Why are we here?
Well, we're here tonight to do what we're calling the reveal for the Desert Cup Nations teams. So we've got 8 teams.
Not gonna lie, totally pumped.
Beggs is pumped. So what it is, you know, we elaborated on it, or we touched on it before, that the league was going to set up somewhat of a Four Nations type format to bring back the Desert Cup. The Desert Cup has been a long standing tournament for us here in Qatar, but we haven't had one now since before COVID years. I don't know when.
I've never been to one. I've been here.
Well, we've had several over the years, and different variations and different divisions, and we've had international teams invited and coming in. We've had Saudi come,
Really?
Abu Dhabi, Dubai Mighty Camels.
Let's get that going again.
Al Ain Vipers were here back in the inaugural year 2007.
Is that why
Yeah.
Will has that jersey?
Yeah, Will was in. Will
right.
Will Danino was here then as well. He had
As a
Will's
kid.
one of the original gangsters.
Young
almost.
buck.
He was about 17, I think, when he played. I think he played on my team in 2007, CNAQ Breakers. So it's been a long-standing tradition. Desert Cup for years. It was sponsored by CNAQ College of the North Atlantic Qatar, which is now known as UDST. What's that? University of
Doha
Doha Science and Technology. University of Doha Science and Technology. That's right. Acronyms. Yeah. So over the years, it's had different formats, different participation, and
Is this the biggest one yet?
no, because
Really? Oh, 'cause the other teams
this
coming
isn't.
in.
This is kind of like
tester.
getting our feet wet again because we've had a hiatus. Brent and the brass have decided that it's time. We've had enough of a downtime from it. Time to bring it back. So we're kind of slowly incrementing into getting back to the tourney. So what we're doing this year is we're just using our league members, and I guess we
Split
have
it by
probably-
countries and divisions.
Yeah. So we have how many members? Is it over 100?
Oh yeah, way over 100.
So we're
We
dividing.
got 5 teams in, so yeah, it's like 120.
Yeah, so we're dividing the talent amongst the leagues, amongst countries, nations, so to speak, like the Four Nations type IDA and the NHL this year.
So there is
Yeah.
ASD, Canada 1,
Yep.
Canada 2,
Yep.
Europe 1, Europe 2,
Yep.
USA,
Yep. And Team World.
and Team World. Like
I think
the
we have
global.
nicknames on
Yeah,
some
we'll
of them.
get
but we're all-
like it'll all come up. Everything will be going on. We'll figure it all out and stuff. But it's gonna be like
So, like what we're trying to do, we acknowledge that the league demographic is divided up like into different nations, countries, but there's still like primarily Canada and Europe.
so. Can I
carry the most, right?
before we start? I just want to like McNair thinks this is gonna be like a fun little turn. Like oh my goodness, I think this is gonna be game on when people are actually feeling like they're representing their country and like all the. It's gonna be pretty.
Yeah, so
Special.
we've tried to acknowledge that, you know, certain players are affiliated with their home countries, tried to go by nation lines as much as possible, but then parity is you know, paramount as well for us. We want to keep all teams as even as possible, so there'll be some guys that we just, you know, have to share the wealth. Like there might be a guy from Canada that might.
You just said like we were thinking about like do we need to hide this information, but because both of us know. But by the time anybody sees this, it's gonna be they're gonna know what team they're on.
Well,
So let's just talk about it, right? So
Yeah.
we'll talk to people about this stuff, but like okay, so I mean we should probably get it out. So there's Team Finland.
well,
Who do you think?
what do you mean?
What teams do you out of the gate? What teams you like? Ooh, that's a hot team.
I think ASD is the prohibitive favorite. by
Really?
looking
Oh,
at,
yeah.
at their roster on paper, because
Yeah.
any team that has both Nathaniel Hayes and John Finnegan on it on defense, they're two of the top 4 guys, I think 4 or 5 in the league. So 2 of them are going to be on ASD. So right off the gate, I think there's an advantage for ASD. Plus, they have a lot of guys, colleagues that are there, teachers, IT industry. I think assistant captain Johnny Benedetti is in IT.
They have no holes.
Right. The first, so their nucleus is, and then a couple of players after that, they're deep.
Yeah.
Right. And then they have some weaker players and just getting into hockey, but they're the team that has the most of their company represented. Like their school is American School of Doha, and I think pretty much, I don't know if all their roster is employed or affiliated with ASD, but I think they might be. They're the only team because we've had to divvy it up everywhere else. So I think they're the what I would call pre-tournament favorites, based on paper, what I see.
They definitely do have no holes, and they definitely have I like Finland, and there's something to be said for Finland maybe digging deep and saying, this is our country, this is our thing, right? You never know, but they're going to be. It's super compact, 2 weeks. I think we should do a whole pile of stuff about it. I think it's really cool. I think shout out to Brent for all the work he did for it. It's pretty cool. It's pretty amazing. It's going to be really fun to.
Yeah, I've been involved in these over the years, and it gets your attention, and you're planning it, and then as you're doing, you realize, I've got a kink here I got to sort out, and you're kind of doing it on the fly, and you got to rework schedules, and they'll probably be reworked again.
And it's gonna make the playoffs and the finals of the league, the Q, amazing, because you're gonna come out of this playing a lot of hockey in a short amount of time with a bunch of different people working on things.
We're doing this is a duration of over 3 weeks. This is not just a weekend tournament. So this is kind of like, it's unprecedented, the duration. It's unprecedented, the duration of the tournament. Like in the past, we've done Desert Cups, and even when it's been international invitees coming, it's always been over a 3-day weekend, no more than 3 days. So this is the genesis.
I think what we should do is we should talk to maybe like Tim Hortons or McDonald's and see if we can get a bit of a deal. And I think this is like promotable between the 2 stadiums and the whole thing. Like this is like actually a really cool thing to spread hockey in Doha.
And what's good about it too is it comes at a time of the year when you kind of. Guys, the attendance is a little bit lacking this time of year. Every season, this time of year, it seems like our attendance takes a bit of a hit. So it's a good time to break it up. And these rivalries that got instilled all year, and there's some animosity between players. It takes a back seat now because now you're going to play with the same players that you might have had a beef with.
Marchand lining up with Matthews, right?
It's kind of like that scenario. So it'll be good. And you got the geopolitical scene going on with the United States and the rest of the world. So I'm captaining the United States. I'm a dual citizen. So
I'm on Team
I'm
USA.
like the Brett Hull of the whole thing. Like,
not gonna lie,
I'm not playing for Canada.
One of the Canadian teams. I'm gonna hustle. Come on, draft me.
They asked me to captain USA, so we're going to do that. And there's a lot of tongue-in-cheek rhetoric.
Does he sound like
an
American?
Not really. I sound like I'm from Dublin, I guess. In any regard, it's going to be good.
It is going to be good.
Rivalries are there. We were joking around with rhetoric already that Team USA is affectionately known, pre-tournament affectionately known as the 11th province, right?
Right.
And then the US guys can probably say that Canada, the 2 Canada teams are 51 and 52 states, right? So I was thinking about it today, and it's kind of, I liken it to how the Russians must feel by being ostracized from all the athletic things that are going on in the world, particularly hockey. They're not invited to World Juniors.
No.
I don't think they've been invited to the Olympics. I don't know about the next year.
No, I'm pretty sure not.
Which I feel, my opinion on that stuff is that politics should stay out of sport.
Ovechkin never killed nobody.
I feel bad for all the athletes that they don't make policy in Russia, and for any other places that are ostracized because of their political views, I think is bullshit.
Great
So,
joke today, Yuri. That was a good joke, man. That was funny.
Yeah, Yuri, Russian rocket.
The Russian rocket.
So, what's Yuri going to do in the tournament? I wonder. Is he
Right? I want to kind of like, that's what I want to see, like, or like Finland, all the Russian guys are going to be like, fuck these guys, right? Like, let's just make it happen.
Yeah, so I think we got with the two European teams. One is highly represented by Suomi, which is Team Finland. I think primarily there's most of the Finns in the
Ton of
league
pride.
are going to be playing on that one.
Ton of pride on that team,
They're
right?
going to fill out the rest of the roster with obviously other Europeans, but it's primarily I think.
And the
Finnish
Finns
guys.
and the Russians are going to be like, we get to play our way,
Yeah.
right? We get to play how we want to play. And so it'll be interesting to see. It's definitely going to be interesting to see. So let's just take we'll have a little bit. Battery's probably going to die. Let's talk about the league before up until now, because we'll do some stuff about the rest of it.
So we're getting down to the nitty gritty towards the end of the season. As I mentioned there earlier, that the attendance usually is a little bit lacking, suspect right now this time of year. That's perennially how it goes.
Not in B. The thing with B
No,
is we're
no.
playing each other like, and you know the Oryx are kind of this like whole separate thing. So we play each other randomly enough that it's quite a. Each game feels like an event. I know with A, you guys just would be like Kings, Bashers, Kings, Bashers, Bashers, Kings, Bashers, right?
Yeah. So I think going down the stretch now, particularly our team, the Ice Cats in A, we're on an unbeaten streak of 4 games. So Jimmy Mack, our captain, affectionately knows that we're on a heater. He keeps referring to we're on a heater, boys. So keep going. So and it's coincidentally or ironically enough, it's since Jimmy's been out. And we're not going to get
The
too much
Ewing
into
theory.
He's been
You know
out.
the Ewing theory? The Patrick Ewing theory.
Oh,
The only year that the Knicks ever had a good run was when
he was
Patrick
out.
Ewing was out, right?
So Jimmy's been sitting out with a suspension. We won't get into the specifics of the suspension. We don't care to draw much more attention to it than it's already garnered. So having said that, Jimmy's been out for 4 games, and the Cats have gone 3-0-1. So we had 3 wins and 1 tie. The last game we tied. So we're undefeated in the last 4. We're still in the cellar by a lot of points. So we
Yeah,
can't-
but you guys are
Well,
dangerous.
we could. I mean, we get our team back. We could gel and cause some waves, create some waves in the playoffs.
So
maybe.
in B, we've got us we're neck and neck. Heat and Surfers are neck and neck. We just played them. They beat us 7-5, but they lost today. So against the Nomads, great game. Nomads, great game. Callahan, what's his name? I forgot. So sorry. But now everybody's Kurt Callahan. So you guys are locked in. We play the things, but we're the last game of the season. We play tomorrow night against the Qataris, and Qataris are looking really strong. They're playing really well. Good job, having fun. And then it's us and the Surfers, and then we'll see what happens. It's going to be tight. There's 4 games left, and it's going to be really tight in B to see who gets in,
So
who gets out, right?
what's going to be interesting here too is that we have a break here with the Desert Cup. So it's a 3-week break where we're doing.
But it's not a break. Like you're actually playing a lot of hockey.
But within the confines of teams gelling or getting out of their routine. So if somebody's hot and they go on a 3-week break, like the NHLers do, you could come back and maybe struggle in the last couple of games. So it's going to be interesting to see who can get back to what they were doing in the regular season. And would the Desert Cup hinder them, or will they?
You know what I'm really looking forward to? I'm looking forward to not being a captain. I'm looking forward to just like worrying about doing my job, playing the game, because when you're a captain, you definitely have to be like conscious of, oh, is this line working? Is it blah blah blah? Are these two like, is this guy getting too hot and he's gonna get a penalty soon? Like, instead of just being like, just go out, do your job, come off the ice, right?
Well,
do a shift, right?
Yeah, and it's probably like with how we allocated it, the guys kind of solicited around the league that give the captains who are captains of the teams of their respective teams in the regular season, give them a break.
Yeah.
See if there's some other guys like myself who wanted to do a captaincy just for the Desert Cup, and that way it comes off the shoulders of the guys and give them a break, and they don't have to be on top of administration and managerial
playing
roles and
thing.
coaching. So yeah, so it gives them a bit of a recharge and not to be worried about these things so much. So yeah, it'll be all be good, and looking forward to when we start on Sunday with the Desert Cup.
I know. All right, so we'll leave this for now. We'll come back and do some other stuff. I gotta find a place to charge
There's
this.
some libations to be had. So
Have some
we'll take a bit of a
libations.
break
Some
there.
libations may have already been had.
Right.
Right. But awesome, buddy. This
All
is
right.
Desert Cup is gonna be a banger.